Bonnie, let's start with you. The numbers cannot change unless there's something dramatic that happens, correct?
Well, but one dramatic thing that could happen would be to seat the Michigan and Florida delegates, and at this point, it looks to me as if that's what the Clintons are hoping for, what Senator Clinton is hoping for.
Except that even when we do the math, if you include seating Michigan and Florida the way the Clintons want, they still will be behind in the ultimate delegate count of pledged delegates.
Of pledged delegates thus far, but there are still more than 200 unpledged super delegates, and again, it could break either way, and obviously the big money is on Obama at this point. But the most graceful way for Senator Obama to let things fall out is to let Senator Clinton win the states where she will, lose where she will not win, such as in Oregon, and then bow out in June.
Cillizza, what are you picking up as far as the motivation of Hillary Clinton continuing in West Virginia, talking about Kentucky?
Well, David, look, if you look back at their political career, and when I say there, I mean her and her husband, former President Clinton, it's basically been defined by two things: endurance and perseverance, counted out time after time after time, going all the way back to 1992 when Bill Clinton was running for president. He enters New Hampshire plagued by problems. He declares himself the comeback kid. Impeachment, New Hampshire this time around, Ohio and Texas this time around for Senator Clinton. So I think that it is hard for them to look at this and say, oh, we should definitely get out at this point. When you look at their history in an elective office, it all speaks to the fact that when counted out, they have been able to find a way to win. The problem, I think, for Senator Clinton is what you touched on, David. There's not a metric by which you can measure this race where she's ahead, and that's a hard argument to make to superdelegates.
Does it get even harder, Chris, when you have people even like Saturday Night Live piling on Senator Clinton in a fashion that a lot of us thought was brutal over the weekend?
Absolutely. I mean, look, we have learned from 2004 through 2008 the power of late-night television, whether it's David Letterman, whether it's The Daily Show, Stephen Colbert, Saturday Night Live. Saturday Night Live, I think, helped Senator Clinton a little bit during the whole controversy over the 3 a.m. ad and the lead-up to Ohio and Texas in March, framed that debate as Barack Obama needing to call her to see what she needed to do. All of that goes into voters' minds as they make up their mind. And what this skit on Saturday night did is basically assert the fact that this race is over with.
And Bonnie, as we look towards West Virginia tomorrow, it is sort of an unusual state with a lot of contradictions. But what is it that Senator Clinton hopes that she can get out of it? Is it simply to say, you know what, you in the media, when you say it's over, it doesn't matter to the people here in the Mountaineer State?
Well, we're talking here about superdelegates, and that's obviously the critical issue at this point. But she's looking at the general electorate at this point in her campaign, and she's saying that no matter how you cut the numbers, if you look at the primary states that she has won, that Senator Obama cannot get to the magic number of 270 in the Electoral College. So that's what's really important. And she's winning by well into the double digits, according to the polls, if you want to believe the polls in West Virginia.
And then to follow her logic, though, you also have to believe that somehow there's a similarity between primary results and what happens at a general election. And until the polls, I think, start showing that Barack Obama is losing in Pennsylvania to John McCain and losing in Florida and losing in Ohio and Hillary's winning in all those, it's hard for that argument to stick. But in any case, Bonnie Erbe and Cillizza are sticking with us, and we will talk with you later this hour about John McCain.